I didn't know anything about the gym, really, that I know now. And yeah, I just kind of took off with it. Every time I would walk in the gym, I would be like pissed off, and it would just be like, dude, I'm a better myself every day. Like I'm gonna make sure I win.
Right.
And that's what I love doing. I think that's why I love the gym, is I can make sure that I can win, because every rep matters, I think. So.
Agreed. Every rep.
That's why it's just,
and it's more than just the gym.
Right.
It's a mental thing. It's when you take yourself to another level, not only physically but mentally, and you see a lot of, I don't want to say young adults, but a lot of people just in general, they look at the gym as like home.
Right. It's not. It should be something that you should enjoy. Not every day. I'm not saying I go in the gym every day and I'm like, oh yeah, let me hit like legs, let's say, like typical leg day. Like, I don't want to do that sometimes. And you just have to.
Which is okay.
It's mental over everything.
It is mental over everything. And I know that, like I just said, a lot of people take it to a level of, I gotta be the biggest in the gym, I gotta be the best in the gym, which is, I mean, you want to be the best at what you do, but do it for you. I think a lot of people get that misconstrued, not just within lifting, but within life in general. Everybody strives to be the greatest, and everybody compares itself to other people.
Yeah.
And, I did that in the very beginning when I started lifting.
So did I.
Bro. I'm fucking 5'4", you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm never going to be the biggest guy in the room. But the fact of the matter is, you can, let's say it's not the gym, let's say it's your profession, right? You can take it levels above what you want, and I think, I know, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
If you're super dedicated within your craft, if you're super dedicated within your goals, whatever that may be, you take it there and you multiply it by 10, by 20, by whatever, And you have to be dedicated in what you do, like this, for example, bro. I love cutting hair.
Yeah,
I would be doing this.
And nobody's doing it here.
No.
Like, you're the only one here.
Right.
So, like, take that not with a grain of salt. Be like, dude, I'm the only one grinding today. Like, I'm here and nobody else is.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, some people are like, oh, I'm excited it's a Sunday. And you're like, I'm excited it's a Sunday and I get to do what I love.
Right.
That's the difference.
I agree. I hit you up, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I think so.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was Wednesday. I'm like, yo, Drew, I'll record a podcast Sunday, you down?
Dude, yeah.
You're like, yes, but I have shit going on, so You're like, I get back, no, you said
the next
Tuesday.
Day, yeah.
You got back to me the next day.
I was like, yeah, dude.
You're like, I'll get back to you Thursday. And I was like, all right, cool. Thursday works. It gives us till we got to record here on a Sunday, and we'll figure it out.
Right.
And then you're like, the next day, you're like, yo, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, and that's what I like to do, and that's what I try and promote to everybody, is just separate yourself from the rest. Don't follow the crowd. I think that's what everybody, a lot of people, I don't want to say the majority of, because I'm wrong with that. Most people, quote unquote average, you know what I mean? And I'm going to say that because a lot of people are average in the sense of like, hey, I'm going to follow the crowd, I'm going to be quote unquote sheep, I guess, and follow everybody else. But I want to promote to a lot of young adults, anybody, whoever the hell it may be. Yeah. My whole thing is lead the youth. If you want to do something, bro, just go fucking do it. Yeah. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
You shouldn't, man.
No.
You shouldn't. You're too young for that.
Absolutely.
Bro. And you're too young.
Even like, I'll support it. Like, if you come to me and you say, Joe, I love what you're doing. This is great. This is awesome. I respect you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But there comes a time where it's negative and positive, it's pros and cons of both. And I feel like if you're looking for a comment, whether it's positive or negative, let's say you come to me and you're like, yo, Joe, I love what you do, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna be looking for that negative from somebody. You're always looking for something. So I feel that, like, if you like I said, you come to me and you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, like you just said.
Yeah. The negative hits more. That's the power of social media as well, though.
The negative hits hard, bro.
Right.
It's hard, And I truly think that when people, say negative comments, it's a reflection of them and how they feel. Like, bro, if I listened to half the people that I did leading up to this moment, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today.
Exactly. It's because you love it.
Right. I'm 20. I'm 21, bro. We're the same. We're very close in age. But what I'm saying is, like, we're out here doing things that no one else is fucking doing. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not tooting my own horn at all. But I'm fucking grinding for what I want. And I think that's what people get misconstrued. Like, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm doing it for me. I'm going to post it no matter what. I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to go out and say, hey, I did A, B, and C for me. I don't care if it gets 10 likes. I don't care if it
Yep.
gets 20 likes. I don't
Exactly.
care if it gets 30 likes.
Because
It
you
doesn't
love it
matter.
at the end of the day.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Love it.
That's all that matters. And is my initial goal, do I want to blow up from it? Absolutely, bro.
Right.
But the initial goal for wanting to blow up is not because I want to solidify my name. I want to leave something so somebody else can say, Joe helped me today.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
I
a
saw
brand.
it. It is. It's
Brand
a
at the end
brand.
of the
I'm
day.
branding myself. So when I'm long gone and I'm dead, people can go back and say, remember that guy said this? Remember he said, that saved me. You know, I want to save somebody from whatever that may be because I've been in that position. You
Yeah.
talked earlier about being saved. You know, you said you don't want to say working out saved you. Well, I'm going to say barbering saved me.
100%.
This saved me, bro, through and through.
Awesome.
I was at a low point in life.
Right.
Just lost my grandfather. It was December of 21. I hit up the owner. Shout out to Tommy, Trust Our Barber, for letting us use this beautiful setup.
Which is awesome.
It's huge. But anyways, I lost him in December. I reached out to Tommy. I'm like, yo, I wanna learn how to cut hair because my great grandfather was a barber. It was his father who I have to be named after. There's a whole story behind it. It's a long story. I'm not here to.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, yeah.
So it gave me a reason. It gave me a why. You know, so I can live through them
Right.
and grow myself. Right. I was also going through a terrible breakup at the time. I went through probably the hardest breakup that I've ever gone through in my entire life. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked shit. And I'd be lying to you if I said there wasn't days that I didn't think about it or
100%.
the times that happened. You know, but it led me to this position today, and it's taught me so much. It's taught me the things I want, things I don't want. It's put me in positions to better myself, and you know, regardless, I wish anybody who's come in and out of my life the best. I don't
100%.
Right, because it wasn't meant for us at that moment in time, and it might not ever be meant for it. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, like, with hardship comes, you know, better times, better stuff. You know, that things grow, things change. Yes, but it opened doors, is what I'm trying to say. It opened doors for me. It opened doors for my brand. And now look at it, bro. I started this podcast. Well, not this, but I started podcasting in 2020.
Yeah.
The Joke About Show, which I don't do anymore. I had great guests on it. I had Vic Lenz, I had Casey Jones, I had Joe DeRosa, the founder of Reebok, Joe Foster. So
Dude, that's insane.
It is. But it's built me to this position where I can do it in person, right? I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was stuck. I was working for my parents. We have a pizzeria in Raleigh, and I was going back and forth, just working for them.
Yep.
And it got so bad, bro. I was driving home one day and had a fucking panic attack.
Oh.
I'm like, Dad,
Yeah.
I'm done, bro. I've been for 2 years straight. You know, I love them. I respect them.
Right.
I'm super grateful for the opportunity, but I got to such a low point in my life. And this was only probably like a year and a half. It was a year ago. It was a year ago to this day. You know?
Man, dude, see, and now you're winning, and now you're doing this.
Absolutely.
So, look back at those times and be like, always remember where you came from.
Yeah.
Always remember where you came from. Wealth doesn't matter. Just, if you know that, you'll be like, wow, I actually made it this far.
Right.
Like, and I can still keep grinding. And I can still keep going. Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
I agree. And it's funny you say that because I was thinking earlier, before every podcast, I was thinking, like, you know, try and come up with topics in my head, things I want to talk about.
Yep.
It never fucking sticks. I'm like, we don't
It should,
talk
though.
about it. It's natural.
Should.
But
Good. It's better that way.
it is. And you know, you said remember where you came from. You know, I always look as a creator, as an individual who always likes to better himself. And you can relate to this as well. You always look to the future.
Right.
You always look to things that don't exist or stuff like that you want to do. Like, I'm looking forward to this today. Like, I put myself, I was driving here, I'm like, all right, I got you coming on today. I got to do A, B, and C next. I got guests lined up, and I'm not living in the moment, right? And so I've taught myself over these past, I want to say, 6-7 months to just live in the moment and better yourself within that moment.
Yeah.
Don't look to the future. Yes, look forward to the future, but don't live in the future. A lot of people don't live in the present. A lot of people live in the future. Or a lot of people live in the past. No one lives in the moment.
That's what I'm trying to do better. Is live in the moment. Because I want to take everything off. No, I don't. I don't. No.
I'm going to give you some books. Now, I know it sounds cliche and everyone's like, yo, read. Bro, but it helps. I promise you.
100%, yeah.
I fucking hate reading. I despise reading. But it's taught me so much and brought me levels above, not anybody else, but myself.
Right.
It's put me levels above myself mentally, you know. And it's made me into the man, or, you know, that I am today. You know, it's given me different outlooks on things. And I'd be lying if I say my perspective didn't change from a year ago to now, because if it didn't change, I'd be in the same position I was.
Yeah.
You know, whether it comes to girls or losing a family member, yes, you know, those all suck, but at the same time, it's life. You gotta grow. And, you know, it's way easier said than done, bro. Way fucking easier said than done. Because, like I said, you know, a few minutes ago, I'd be lying. I think about my grandfather every day.
Oh, I bet.
Not a second goes by where I don't think about him.
Sorry to hear that, by
I
the way.
appreciate it. Thanks. But, you know, and then I come back to this, and I'm like, this is my why. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing today. This is why I'm cutting hair, is because of him. You know, and my great-grandfather, of course, who I'm named after.
Dude, that's awesome.
But, thank you, man. But it's given me a reason to live for them. So I don't have a reason to mourn. I don't have a reason to sorrow, because I'm living through them every single day.
Right.
You know? But like I said, dude, you gotta read, bro. It's huge. It's key.
100%.
Especially, I'm gonna send you some books. I'm gonna send you some
Please do,
books.
yeah.
And then I'll have you back on here.
I'm not a big reader.
Neither am I. Neither am I.
Yeah.
I'm not either. But I realized after graduating high school, when did you graduate? Were you 21?
I think so, yeah.
So you graduated last year then. Yeah, right?
Or no,
2 years.
2020, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so you graduated when I graduated. Yeah. So, I didn't realize the power of reading until I graduated. You know when you're in high school and they force you
Oh yeah, it's the bull crap books, dude. Yeah.
When they force you to read Romeo.
I hated that, dude. I think that's why we all hate reading.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody, but like most
majority
people.
Of.
Yeah.
They're forced to do something. And that's the thing that you know, I'm not a big school guy. I didn't go to college.
I'm not either. Yeah.
Well, you're in it too.
Oh, I know. I'm in it, but
you're not. That's what I mean. But you're doing it for different reasons. You know,
exactly.
you saw something greater than what you're going to accomplish.
Right.
You know. Yeah, you go to school, but your main. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Your main focus school.
No.
Right. Now, why did you go? What was your why for going to school?
I guess my dad. My dad just really wanted me to get a degree. Partly because I don't think either of them graduated college, which is fine. That's their generation, but our generation is so different.
It is different.
It's like, to make it with what I want to do, I'm gonna need a degree, if that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I don't. It would just be harder.
To get a job?
So it's, yeah.
What is
it's
that you want to do?
I want to do something in sales.
Sales?
Like something just selling myself or selling a product, or I don't know, man. But that can change so
Oh, it
rapidly.
can absolutely change. It
So
can
it's-
absolutely change.
yeah.
Do you think that you would sell something fitness related?
I want to own a gym when I'm older.
Do it.
And 100%. But I know all the stresses that come with it and whatever. But who cares? It's like one of my dream things. Goes back to the like living in the present type thing, because that's what I've been trying to do. First, when I moved down here, I think like a year ago, almost a year on the dot. As I was like, okay, cool. Like, let me recuperate my life. Like, because I just had a big reset. Moved away from everybody. Just said, fuck everything. Right?
Yeah.
Like, shorten my name to Drew instead of my whole name, Andrew.
Yeah,
I was like, let me be a whole different person. I was like, period. Let me just hit the reset button on life. And I moved down here and I was like, okay, now I gotta start like living in the moment, taking in like stuff that I actually like love. And that's what I've been trying to do. It's just, it's tough.
It is tough.
Like you said, it's tough.
What was your reason for restarting? If you don't mind me asking.
I just didn't fit back in North Carolina. I got super upset I don't want to say depressed, but I fell into like a little of a hole. Especially when my parents moved down here. And family's everything to me.
Agreed.
And then I stopped playing football and ball, and I was like, damn, so what am I going to do?
So much just changed at once for you.
Yeah, so, and I was just like, okay, North Carolina has nothing for me to offer. Like, I don't like the people down here. I just want a totally different scenery. Came down here the first time, meeting my parents, and I went to Coastal, I think, the next day, and I was like, I'm in love. Like, I was like, this is my spot. Like, this is going to be my place where I graduate and everything. And I'm just falling in love with the area. Like, Market Commons, love this damn place.
Oh, it's a beautiful area. Beautiful area.
Yeah, so this is home to me. Like, ever. Because North Carolina never felt like home.
Right.
It was always just like, yeah, we come back from vacation and then now we're home.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
cool.
That's it.
Great. And now I'm like, I come back like here and I'm like, all right, now I'm home. Like, dude, I actually like enjoy being here.
Right.
So it's been a ride.
Would you say that it's better you moving here? Were you nervous at first?
1,000%. No, I wasn't.
No.
I wasn't. I was ready.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw Coastal and as soon as I saw the beach and my parents down here, I was like, yeah, I'm done with everything. And I just kind of went ghost back in North Carolina. I just focused on myself, read a bunch of encyclopedias about bodybuilding and all that stuff. Yeah, but not like that no more. It's just, that was something that I was interested in. I haven't picked up a book in a minute.
I gotta say something I started with. I started with
Yeah.
The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Okay.
Bro, great book. Great book for just,
Yeah.
mental. There's no religion behind it. I don't know what you believe in. I'm a big believer in God. I
Yep.
believe that. Okay, cool. So we
I have a cross tattoo. You already
do.
did.
I did.
I do, yeah.
That's right. You have a cross tattoo. But I believe that everything happens for a reason, and everyone's given a purpose, right? And I think that book solidified that in a way. It wasn't attached to him directly, but it was attached in the sense of like your why.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's called the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Please send me that.
I will. I need to. I need to.
That'll be like, I'll be in the beach with my girlfriend, and I'll be like, let me read my book, like let me do my thing.
I
Yeah.
promise you, it's
100%.
so good.
Yeah.
But I'll send that to you. And what I'm saying is like it took it and it just solidified my views on things. It didn't change how I look at God. It didn't change how I perceive
It
things.
shouldn't.
It's
Be
not.
you. Be
Right,
you still.
That's it.
It goes back to your cutting hair story and your why and stuff, but like, and your grandfather and your dad and all that. And but at the end of the day, like, just be you. Don't try to be them. Don't try to be them.
No.
Be you.
I agree. But that book, like I said, that book has
Yeah.
solidified me, and I always try and promote this book to almost everybody that I try and get into reading because it's what
Yeah.
got me into reading.
Cool.
And like I said, I owe everything. Like if you're, like you said, you're a religious person. Anybody that's
Yeah.
watching this, if you're religious and you want to read this book, I recommend it. Now, like I said, it's not a religious book.
Right.
There is some entities towards it to where it ties it in. You'll notice it doesn't directly say like God did A, B, and C,
Yep.
but it took it to where like you can have. It's okay to have a different perspective, And like I said, it solidified myself in a way of my thinking. Now I know that everything I have, I would God. Everything I have, I would God. Everything
Yes.
that's happened in my life, bro, it's because of higher power. Now, if you don't believe in that,
Yeah.
then okay, fine, bro. I'm not here to play.
Right,
I'm not
right.
here to judge you. You believe in what you want to believe. That's okay. But I know for a fact because there's been signs of different life out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I told you, my why when we talked about it at the beginning. My why is my grandfather and my great grandfather. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't lose my grandfather. I'd still be working at the pizza race, which is fine and dandy, but I would have been depressed. Who knows where I would have been?
Exactly.
So I took it there, and I was great with it. But I'm a big believer in religion. I went to Catholic school when I was younger,
Okay. Yeah.
and I think that solidified me in a way, and it changed my perspective. I believe you and I and people I surround myself with are very mature for our age.
Yeah.
My people come in here all the
100%.
time. I had some lady asked me the other day. She's like, "How many kids do you have?" I'm like, I'm like
21.
yeah, 21 kids, one for each year. But I don't know. It's different when you realize, the higher power. It's different when you realize a why. And I think I know we're all given a why. It's just a matter of how you have to find it. I'm sorry. You don't find it; it finds you.
No, right? Yeah.
Like the most poor question they could ask you in high school is, "What do you want to be when you grow up?"
I hate it. I used to come
So
home and I used to
stupid.
complain about that question all the time. I was like, dude, I don't know.
How did
Like-
anyone know? Some people don't know at 35. How do you know at 18?
Yeah, exactly. Because I would always say like, oh, NFL star.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
like I was 17.
Right.
Like
17, what
that
the
was my
fuck?
whole life. Football was my
Right.
entire life. Like, dude, what do you want me to say?
And then, but the thing
And then
is,
they would be like, oh, that's unrealistic.
It's
And I'd be like,
well,
okay.
fuck you.
Like-
Right? You're making $20,000 a year teaching.
What do you want me to
Exactly.
say? Like-
Right. So unrealistic. I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's not real. Like, okay, fine, cool. If you're a lawyer, no disrespect to
Right,
you, but
right.
they want you to say something along the lines of, "Hey, be like everybody else." You
yeah,
know?
exactly. Which
I hate school, bro. I despise
Yeah.
school.
I don't blame you.
There's a fine line. School teaches you how to learn.
Right.
I'm grateful I went to school in the sense of it taught me how to learn. It taught me how to sit down. You know what I mean?
Right,
It taught me
right.
how to process information. That's all it taught me. I didn't know the fucking
what is it, MX plus B, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I don't use that. No one uses that.
See,
But-
yeah, that's what I hate about school.
I agree, and I like I said, it's gave me structure in life on how to learn, but it didn't teach me anything. And that's the thing school does, is it teaches you how to learn, but it doesn't teach you what to learn.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. Yeah, damn.
Right. It doesn't. They don't teach you what to learn. Right. We don't. We don't. I didn't know about money when I was. So I didn't know how to manage money. I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know how to do my taxes. I didn't know how to sign a mortgage. I didn't know how to write a check. You know what I mean? How the
Exactly.
fuck do you leave school? Not, they don't even teach you that in college, dude.
Nope.
They don't even teach you that in college.
And it's tough because you're throwing money at the college, and it's like, dude,
Right.
like this is like feels to me like it's like legally stealing.
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
Oh,
it is. It
dude.
is. Because they're teaching you things that you'll. I
Oh.
mean, if you're going for a degree, if you're going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a nurse,
Right.
then you have no fucking choice. I don't want someone
100%.
operating on me.
Yeah.
That. You know, where'd you go to school? I learned on Google. I learned on the internet. Oh, all right. Well, cool. You know, there's a fine line for it, but you know, like I said, school raises you to be a sheep in the herd.
It does, dude.
School.
Some people just follow the crowd.
Agreed. And I'm not shitting on school because, like I said,
Right.
actually, I'm shitting on school. But
no, yeah.
I'm separating the reason for going and then just the reason for going. You know what I mean? If you're going to school to be a doctor or a nurse or whatever, yeah, you have to go. But if
You
you're going,
need it.
You need it, absolutely.
You need it.
But if you're going just because, and that's fine. Like I got buddies in college that they don't
Right.
know what the fuck they're going for, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back to the question of, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? You don't know what you want.
See, that's more scary than the question in college.
It is.
Because it's like, I know what I want to do when I get the piece of paper. Which is good. But is it going to be the same thing of like me doing the same thing 5 years from now? No, probably
Right.
not.
Right.
But do I know what I want to do now? Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And that comes back to living in the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
They ask you what you want to be in the future. That's why I think people live in the future, is because the constant question as a kid is, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you're older? You know, so I think that sets you in a mental state that like, I gotta constantly live in the future.
Right.
You know, and it's good. It's good. You know, it's fine because guys like us or people like us watching this, whoever it may be, if you realize that today, if you realize that in 10 years, at least you realize it. But the earlier you can realize that what I just said, you know, the better off you'll be.
100%.
The better off you'll be.
That's why I think when we get older, we just want to be younger.
Yeah.
I think. Because
Yeah.
we both saw your brother that one day and we were
Yeah,
like,
dude.
dude, to go back.
Yes.
To go back,
I'd love to
dude.
go back.
I don't even care if I had the same knowledge. Just let me take it with like me knowing like a little bit, like the time
That's
stuff.
it.
Like
That's it.
you'll just live in the moment.
Right. Knowing that Grandpa might not be here one day. Right.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
going and reliving those moments. I would love to live it again. You know, my
Yes.
parents and I have this
Yeah.
question all the time: if you could bring back somebody from the dead, who would it be?
Yeah.
You know, and we answer that how we like, but it's the fact that like, damn, I should go back to the past. You
Yeah.
know?
No, right. And you can relive all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And you didn't take it for granted as a kid. You just
We
didn't
just didn't know.
You didn't.
We had no idea. We
Right.
had no idea.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and portray on the younger generation or younger people, whoever it may be, whoever's watching this. You know, my whole thing is inspire the youth, but it's also to lead the youth. I want to lead the youth in a direction of structure, you know, of if this guy's doing it, Joe's 21, you know,
Yeah.
Joe's having guys on that he can relate to, that relate to him, and if he can do it, I can do it.
Yep. And it comes from
Any age.
experience.
It comes from experience.
Because a 17-year-old, he might look at this part
Yeah, fine.
and then when he's 20, he'll be like, "Oh, I should have listened."
I should have listened.
Because I was the same way. I was like, whatever. Like, dude, it's just ages. Age is
Right.
a number.
It's a number. Like you said,
I
it's
want to get
experience.
older.
Right.
And then when you get older, you're just like,
This sucks. I wouldn't say it
Yeah,
sucks. I
yeah.
take that back, but if you look back in the past,
yeah,
and
you're like, damn.
you're like, fine. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, bro, it's about living in the moment and
Right.
taking your present being and just living. You know what I mean? Just living. Look, I heard this quote one time. You live every single day, but you die once.
You have.
made me cry.
Don't cry, don't cry.
No,
it's
no,
just,
no.
It's just sweat from the lights. That's all it is. It's not tears.
Damn, dude.
Bro, you live
Yeah.
every single
100%.
day, but you die once. You choose how you live. Nobody else chooses it for you.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if John down the street said I'm a dickhead. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if John down the street loves me. I'm living how I want to live because we're dropped on this earth, bro. We're free falling. We have no idea, zero clue. Yes, religion creates a structure on how we should live.
100%.
Religion creates an idea on how we should live, but truthfully, we don't know. You know what I mean? Yes, I believe, but the fact is, like, we really don't know until we die. So, like I said, bro, you live every day and you die once.
Yeah, that's
I
why
just
I
like
like
this
the
fucking
yoga.
haircut, bro.
Yeah, dude,
You ready?
I need
You ready to see it?
Please,
Don't cry. I'm not crying.
Oh man, just reminiscing the past, dude.
You can take a hand to it.
Yeah.
Let you hold it.
No, that's fire. Hell yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
on
after
top. Is that a good length?
Yeah, dude. I appreciate that. Big time. Big time. I needed one so bad. I was
You did?
complaining to my girlfriend about it, and I was like,
I need to get a fucking haircut.
and then I walked in here and I was like, I'm gonna get a buzz cut. And she's been like blowing up my phone.
Can we talk about before we go how much you look like Whit?
Dude, yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. So those of you who haven't watched the
Yeah.
last podcast, my buddy A.O. Whit was on. He's a producer, music artist, and every time Drew comes in here with us, I'm like, bro, you look so much like fucking Whit, so much like Whit. But yeah, you guys look identical. You
It's
told
the
me
face, dude.
it is the face.
Weird. It's just
the
a
face.
facial structure.
That's it, and the hair.
It's so weird.
Same hair texture. Bro, I'm cutting your hair,
Really?
and I'm thinking I was cutting his hair. It's like deja vu. I'm like, what the